Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. Today in my kitchen, I'm making a chicken pie. It happens to be my Aunt Cathy's recipe. I'll take a picture and I will put it in the comments. If you want a really good recipe for a really good hearty chicken pie that's not so bad as far as difficulty goes, and it does not break the bank, here's your recipe. You will love this, and whoever you take it to will love it. I'm gonna start with a rotisserie chicken that I bought at Food Line, $4.99. So this is hearty, it feeds a lot of people, and it's not gonna break the bank, okay? So I have a lot of people, especially young cooks, that'll say, you know, I don't know if I wanna put my hands in meat and that kind of thing. This recipe, the way I do it, you gotta put your hands in the meat, okay? I've got a disposable pan that I'm gonna bake this in because this is going to some friends of ours in our church who've lost their father and wanted to take something to them. And chicken pie to me just says so much. Shows that you love them, you care about them, you're gonna be praying for them and all those things, and you get to fill their belly. So once you get your chicken, and you can boil your own if you want to and reserve the broth and all that, but this one is a little easier because you've already bought the rotisserie chicken, $4.99, right? I know. Anyway, and it's already cooked, so just get your hands in there. Of course, make sure your hands are clean, which mine are. You want to be able to feel the bones so that you can take them out, okay? Worst thing would be for them to break a tooth on your chicken pie, right? The skin comes right off on these rotisserie chickens, so you just have your little trash pile in a bowl that you're going to dispose of, okay? I'm going to take all of the meat off this chicken. I like for my chicken pie to have plenty of meat in it. I also like this height of a dish to transport it in because it's less chance it's going to slosh out in your car. Yeah, anyway. 400 degrees is what you want to put your oven on to cook one of these suckers. I do think that the rotisserie chicken, the way they season it, adds so much flavor to your chicken. And you want to get your hands in there, y'all, and get all the meat off. This one's still warm. Toss the bones. Toss those tendons, anything that's gonna be weird if somebody chomps down into it. You just want the meat. Now, I like dark meat and white meat, and in this recipe, I use both. Everybody doesn't like that. So if you're one of those people that only likes white meat, then boil you about 5 big chicken breasts, and you can make the same exact recipe. But don't leave any of that meat on the bone. There's plenty on here, which I like it. I've got one in the oven now because while I'm making it for another family, I might as well make us one too. This will feed at least 8 adults, okay? And the other thing I love about it is that you can freeze it. You can bake this thing, wrap it up good, the way you do with your own freezer, whether you use tin foil, whatever. If you wrap this thing up good, it'll be good for 3 months in your freezer. That's just from my experience. Then you want to tear the chicken up and be sure to be feeling for any kind of little gristle. There's a little piece of gristle. I'm just going to get that out of there. There's a little piece of skin that's going out. And then there's a little bit of meat here. I think this is a gizzard. I don't know the anatomical parts of a chicken. In hygiene school, I didn't study the anatomical parts of a chicken. Anyway, chicken pie, chicken pie. In the South, in this part of the South, I can testify to the fact that anytime you take food to someone who's lost a loved one, somebody in our community is going to make a chicken pie. And I love it. But I'm here to tell y'all, my Aunt Cathy's recipe is a winner chicken dinner. And it's not so hard to do. Okay, there may be a few little pieces of skin left in there, but I'm gonna leave them as is. It'll give it some extra flavor. Let me wash my hands. Definitely want to wash your hands good when you're dealing with poultry. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. And my other one should be out in 4 minutes, so I can at least show that to you. Now, I'm going to put in a stock pot 1 can of cream of chicken soup and one can of cream of mushroom soup. The creams don't matter, just cream of celery, cream of chicken, whatever it is your family likes, you need a cream of something soup, okay? So 2 cans. It could be 2 cans of cream of chicken if you don't like mushroom or celery or whatever your grocery store has where you live. So I'm gonna do 2 cans. This is the cream of chicken. And I'm gonna heat this up on the eye of the stove, just enough to get it blended. It doesn't have to come to a full boil or anything, you just want it to be blended, okay? Now, I'm gonna use, I bought one of those boxes of chicken broth that had low sodium in it, and I'm gonna use that. There's 2 cups in here. So 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 can of cream of chicken, 1 can of cream of chicken or mushroom or celery, your choice on that. Okay, now, to this, I'm gonna add a generous portion of salt and pepper, about 1.5 teaspoons. Now that's to your taste. I'm also gonna add some poultry seasoning when I find it. Okay, where is it hiding? I just had it out. Okay, I will find it. Oh, Lord have mercy. If it had been a snake, it'd have bit me. I'm gonna put a good teaspoon of poultry seasoning. Again, that's to your taste. Okay. And then I'm gonna add a teaspoon or so of onion powder. I like some onion flavor in mine. My guys don't like that onions that good, so I sneak this in. And I'm gonna do about a heaping teaspoon. Some of it's got crumbly, but when I heat this up, it'll dissolve. All right, I'm gonna put this on the eye of the stove and give it a stir. You'll have to trust me on that, but I'll show you this when it gets blended up. Okay. You could also add rosemary to that if your family likes rosemary. Okay, let me set this to the side. 2 things. You gotta have your soups going, gotta debone your chicken, and now we're gonna make the crust. You're gonna need 1 cup of self-rising flour. If you do not have self-rising flour, look up on Pinterest or somewhere if you have all-purpose flour as to how much you need to add of baking powder and salt to it, because I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, you're also gonna need some buttermilk for your crust. And I'm almost out of, hold on. I'm almost out of self-rising flour. Let me get it in one corner of my Tupperware. Hold on. Lord have mercy. Here we go. So 1 cup. Okay. To this, I need half a stick of butter, softened or melted. You can use margarine or you can use butter. I happen to have butter. That's what I'm going to use. This makes such a good crust, and it browns beautifully. Okay, now I'm going to stir this in, and I'm going to use approximately 3/4 to a cup of buttermilk, but you're going to see the consistency here. And there's my other one, and I'll show you what it looks like. So mix this up good, get all the dry incorporated into the buttermilk and the butter. Check your consistency. I need a little bit more liquid. I've made this a timer 3. You know, after you make the same one, you get kind of more confident about it, of what it's supposed to look like. And I want it to be a little more runny than that. That's about right. Now, to mine, I'm gonna add a pinch of pepper in my crust, just a pinch. And then your guests can add salt as they want to, okay? Okay, let me grab that one out of the oven. I bake them on 400 degrees for 40 minutes, or until it's golden brown on the top. Let me switch places here. Oh yeah. And that right there is my and Cathy's chicken pie, y'all. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to have us some for supper. And I really can't wait to take it to our friends who've lost their father, okay? All right, let's finish this up. Soups. Soups are blended and heated that we put on the eye of the stove. All you need to do is pour those suckers over your chicken. Let me just give it a whisk here. Okay. That is your 2 cans of cream of soup. Cream of chicken, cream of mushroom is what I used. And 2 cups of chicken broth. And your spices. Cover that chicken up. And then take this yummy stuff right here, the crust. Pour it evenly as you can over the top. Because it's self-rising flour, it is gonna rise up, which you can see behind me, how it looks, so it's covered in crust. And if you like veggies in your chicken pie, feel free to add some. But this, my friends, is one of my favorite bereavement foods to fix. Funeral food, I don't mean that in jest at all. I just mean when somebody's in need, you know they're gonna have a lot of people at their house coming by or whatever, or have a big family. This is a great recipe to take over to their house, or to take to a church social, or to take to a whatever. Can't go wrong with this one, y'all. My Aunt Cathy's chicken pie, 400 for 40 minutes. Y'all give it a try. And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Aunt Cathy's chicken pie. We'll see y'all. Make it a great day.